All right, guys, welcome into the Wake Up Sports Podcast live on YouTube and Twitch. Got Peter with us tonight. Dally, wonderful, will be joining us in a little bit. Also, guys, check out our sponsors. You guys can go to SeatGeek.com. Go get a $20 off discount code with Wake Up Sports. Also, check out Beef Jerky. Also, check out Jerky Pro. You guys can get 10% off any of their great products that they have. Also, check out W Energy. You guys can go get them too when you're live gaming or sitting here watching us trying to stay awake because sometimes Wonderful is like the clear eyes guy and will bore you to death.
Oh, yeah.
With those rice takes. And also go check out Underdog Fantasy, where you guys can use our code Wake Up Sports Podcast for a matching deposit up to $100 on your first bet. And we also have other breaking news that we'll get to with Pete, but also check out our other two sister shows, Wake Up NFL Live on YouTube every Wednesday night, and Wake Up College, a brand new show starting Tuesday night, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. All of our shows start at 7. Check them out. Go subscribe to the channels. We appreciate all the support, and we're going to keep doing this for you guys. So, Pete, what you got for us?
Breaking news coming in from Pete Sports Desk. Javon Hargrave has possibly torn his tricep and is done for the season for the 49ers. How do you guys feel about that? Do you think that's a big piece that's going to be missing, or
more injuries? Shout out 49ers.
And also coming out of 49ers, CMC is actually going to meet with a specialist in Germany with his Achilles injury. So he's possibly going to miss even more time. And guys, that's why I said stay away from CMC this year, especially with that calf problem.
Yeah, thanks a lot, CMC. You're killing my fantasy.
But guys, getting into the wide world of sports, the Cleveland Reds have fired their general manager David Bell barely after 1 year, giving him
Cincinnati Reds.
Yes, the Cincinnati Reds. Who did I say? Did I say the Cleveland Reds?
Yes.
I meant to say Cincinnati Reds. Sorry.
But, I was gonna be like, don't disrespect the Cleveland Guardians like that.
After 1 year extending him, their coach bench, Franny Benavidez will be their interim general manager for the rest of the year. They literally extended him for literally 3 years and then basically destroyed him.
Is it possible that the Niners missed?
Hey, first time, not a casual take. I agree.
Exactly. The next thing I have in the world night of sports, Manchester City midfielder Rodrigo will almost certainly miss the remainder of the season after testing his knee Monday, and he has torn a ligament in his knee during Sunday's match against Arsenal, which was a draw, and it is pointing towards a ACL injury, which is basically going to end the season for him. The third story I got, I know Boss is going to be happy about this one. The Toronto Raptors will be retiring Vince Carter's number November 2nd. Number
about
15.
fucking
Shout out
time.
Vince Carter.
Exactly. So this next story kind of hits home. After 20 years, NBC Sports Chicago will no longer be a network after September 30th, because there's going to be a new network called Chicago Sports Network, which will host White Sox, Bulls, and Bulls games. And then basically the final story I have, and this is kind of a big one, Reggie Bush. All you guys know Reggie Bush. He is going to be suing NCAA and is suing USC for using his likeness, image, and everything else for with no permission. How do you guys feel about that?
They owe him money. He's been on the cover of games. Like, they've sold his jersey. Number 5 was one of the top selling jerseys between 2004 and 2005. So he's owed money.
Dally Wonderful.
I mean, shoot, if you owe the man money, give him his money. Now
you
you
guys
just
hear me
owe now if he sues you, you're gonna owe him even more money.
Guys, I just want to say sorry to bore you guys for probably the next 5 minutes because this next part is about my Chicago Bears and I'm going on a full rant.
I don't get
So
to say anything.
Oh, sorry, wonderful. Sorry. My bad.
He's like, I showed up, combed my beard, and brought a mic and headphones. You ain't gonna let me say shit? Fuck, man.
I
What do you-
fully agree with Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush needs to get his money. If I had a gavel, I would do justice on it myself.
So ex podcast member Mullet Man says sue them into the ground.
Oof. Oof. Wow, he's actually not giving casual takes tonight.
For the first time in forever.
So
I know you ain't talking,
Chicago-
Mr. Bernie Sanders.
Hey, leave me alone about that.
Hey, that's a popular. Hey, shout out our merch, by the way. I've had 25 people reach out about getting a Bernie Sanders T-shirt.
Yo,
That's him running the ball.
Are you serious? Oh my
Yeah.
god. Okay, I feel a lot better about making that casual take. That's the best casual take I've taken.
Give me Bernie Sanders.
I don't care.
you guys-
That could be the best casual take. Y'all could dog me for it all you guys want. But hey, 25 people reaching out for a shirt with that. I'll take it.
Hey, listen, when I get my breaking news shirt, it's gonna be popping here in the Northwest, Indiana, and I know a lot of people are gonna want it.
Shit, I'm representing my my Hogwarts and Gryffindor people tonight.
I'm representing all those Italian families out there.
God, I love pizza.
I'm representing Luka Doncic in Slovenia.
Hey, which people said Luka's not top 2 in the NBA right now, which is crazy on TikTok. Crazy.
Yeah, that is wicked. That is wicked.
I'm
Guys,
representing the
honest,
best beard on the podcast.
If I'm being honest,
I'll give you that.
when I heard that take, I literally wanted to take my head and take the door and slam it.
The question about your beard, though, wonderful. It grows down here,
did
but
too.
it's nowhere up here.
I know. I know. If I actually grow my hair, it will get down to here.
All right,
If I
guys.
grow my hair out, I can have like full on hair down to my eyebrows.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I don't want to go back to that.
Right now we could live stream games off your forehead.
Hey, you
And that was my 2 weeks right there, you guys.
go. So, first of all, I'm gonna bring up the Bears game, and this is gonna be pretty long rant. So
Everybody get ready for a nap. He's gonna bitch about the Bears.
Oh yeah,
Gonna go get some guacamole and chips.
you can because that's gonna take about that long. So, who do you blame the most for that game?
Fire everybody.
I'm gonna keep it simple.
I blame the
and
city of
go with
Chicago.
I'm gonna blame Eberflus. I don't know people.
Beetlejuice.
Some people are gonna say Shane Waldron, and some might say Caleb Williams. At the most, but at this point, the head coach has gotten done, and I'm trying of those people who saying that is the defense like basically saying he's running a good defense, but he's the fucking head coach. He should not be running that defense.
So you're blaming Matt Eberflus, but you're not blaming Caleb for the horrible production he's done. You're not blaming the offensive line.
Hold on. I'm not even this is the first part. This is the first part. I'm not even there yet. So don't even get me started.
It's almost like an almanac that you're about to read.
At least you didn't lose to the goddamn Broncos.
Hey, beating the Broncos isn't for anybody. I get it.
He, as head coach, was heavily involved in bringing Shane Waldron is becoming our new offensive coordinator. And the most embarrassing thing out of this game, Caleb Williams in the first hold on. Where'd it go?
Why how much 2 weeks changes a fan?
Don't even get me started.
I was going to say, at least now you know that he can send the ball flying down the field.
All right. Caleb, for the first half, threw for 213 yards in the first half. For basically the game, he threw for 363 passing yards, which that is a Bears single season rookie record, which is crazy.
Don't get the 2 INTs.
I will bring those up. It's his third start of his career. But listen to this. Shane Waldron, we are playing the worst rushing defense in the league. And you just kept wanting to, oh yeah, let's just snap the ball with Caleb over 53 times. 53 times. And then on top of that, hold on.
I don't think they realized they didn't have Lamar Jackson.
I'm trying not to laugh at you, Pete, but your misery is hilarious. Like the way you're saying this is fucking classic. This is gonna be a clip I'm putting on TikTok.
I'm still not done. Also across the board, it was basically a coaching malpractice. I'm literally being straight up honest on this. Hold on.
Dally, what you snoring for? This is what you sounded like when the Steelers couldn't make a touchdown.
Ooh.
Look
Hey,
at Rocky
leave me
with
alone.
the popcorn.
Also, I blame that first interception on him. That second interception was actually tipped up in the air by Roma Dunze, and it got batted up, and that's how the second interception happened. So I actually think we blame him on the one interception.
Got to work on tip drills.
But hold on. Oh my gosh, why did it flip backwards?
That's what she said, brother.
Also on top of that, why is Cole Kmet going one-on-one blocking with that rookie outside linebacker who forced that strip sack fumble, Latu, because the same thing happened last week when they basically put Cole Kmet against a 1v1 against Will Anderson. Didn't they learn once? Didn't they learn twice? Are they going to learn a third time?
No.
If I'm being straight up honest. Also, on top of that, being so one-dimensional, DeAndre Swift had 28 carries for 63 yards, and then Johnson had 13 carries for 20 yards, which they only averaged 3.8 yards a carry, which is sad. Also, on top of that, our running back coach, Chris Morgan, what are you doing, bro?
His name is Chad Morton. Chad Morton is the running back.
Whatever, Chad Morton.
Whatever, fuck that guy.
Whatever.
He deserved
Shane
his name to be wrong at this point.
Shane Waldron, same thing, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, also, on the fourth and goal. First, on the third down play. Oh, yeah, let's do a shotgun run straight up the middle. Get stuffed. Then on fourth down, oh, yeah, let's do a speed option. A speed option pitch to DeAndre Swift, which lost us 11 yards on the play.
It's not too late to be a Bills fan.
I will never become a Bills fan. I will stay a diehard Bears fan until the day I die.
Peter, at least that speed option play wasn't a double doink field goal kick, so be happy.
Hey, Groupie almost did the same thing, but he made it.
I feel like Peter's about to punch me in the face.
But also, the thing that makes it so sad. So, okay, the one positive is that Caleb basically had 363 passing yards. But we played against a worse quarterback than what we played against Will Levis. Anthony Richardson literally first play literally goes with an RPO call, and literally throws it straight to Tremaine Edmonds, straight to him. And then on top of that, he also did another dumb RPO pass and literally lobbed it straight up to Jalen Johnson. And literally, I thought at one point that they were actually going to bring in Joe Flacco into the game because of how bad he was doing. He was getting so easy routes, and you know what he was doing? All right, boss, what do you think he was doing? An easy, simple drag route? How is
He was
that?
throwing it behind him. I watched the game.
He was throwing it way behind
I
him.
tried to tell you Anthony Richardson was the next David Garrard, but nobody wanted to believe me. They were like, "Oh, he's going to be Cam Newton." Oh, okay.
But also, Caleb Williams in Bears history has thrown for the 11th most passing yards in a game in Bears history. I'm proud for that, but also he had 2 interceptions because I know Boss is going to keep bringing that up. But also, listen.
I don't want to hurt your feelings again, Peter, but he did all that for nothing.
Also,
So let me ask you this, Pete. After this rant that you're almost finished
I'm
with,
still not done. There's still
I'm still not
also, Ryan Poles, what are you doing, bro? You said we're gonna improve the team. We're gonna bring in a better offensive line. We're gonna bring in better coaches for the offense. But you're still buddy in the corner with Matt Eberflus. Get rid of him instantly.
That's a great impression.
And I know I said last year that I was happy we're keeping him. But no, he was good for the defensive side of the ball. But that's it. We need new coaching. Unless we bring back Eberflus just on defense. And that's it. Just become our defensive coordinator, and that's it. But also on top of that, also the thing that pisses me off about the most, Shane Waldron looks like a little kid out there. Did you guys see that clip? Did you guys see that clip last week of literally him in the play sheet and literally his hands literally shaking? Did you guys see that clip? Bro, he literally looked so dumb. His hands were literally like shaking. Like, he's like, what am I gonna do? Oh, what am I gonna do?
I mean, he's gonna look more dumb than I think it was Doug Pedersen that got caught picking his nose on camera.
Peter has had it.
But the only, it's just, guys, it's just a complete embarrassment. It's a complete embarrassment.
So let me ask you this, Pete. After this whole rant, what positive did you take away from this Bears team?
The going one positives that I give.
One positive?
2.
Okay. 2
interceptions?
interceptions?
Caleb Williams actually launching the ball, like actually seeing him like launch that ball and actually have 363 yards passing, which was really nice. Also getting Cole Kmet involved and actually getting him a touchdown, but also on top of that, for him throwing his first touchdown to Rome Odunze, and Rome Odunze I think had 8 catches for 118 yards and 1 touchdown. And those are all my positives.
So basically, your positives moving forward for the Bears is the future.
Yes, but okay. I want to ask you guys this: does this kind of does this kind of get the alarms going, or bells going in the Chicago Bears organization with all these problems?
No, I don't think so. The Bears have always had some kind of coaching questions. Ever since Lovie Smith left, there's always been questions at coaching.
You're not wrong about that because
you guys are cursed for coaching. Since you got Lovie Smith gone, you guys been cursed.
We literally brought in a coach from Canada.
Well, that's the problem
Mac Trestman.
Can't bash Canada. The NFL actually started in Canada. First game ever played was in Canada.
I understand that.
But when you have an offensive coordinator named Matt Canada, he ruins your whole freaking offense.
But guys, I personally think if the Bears don't change something soon, we're done for. That's what I got to say. But In in MMA news, Dana White has teased about possibly having a starting a boxing organization, and I will keep you guys updated on that situation when I get more. But also, I just found out today, Sugar Sean O'Malley has offered Devin Haney $1 million to fight him in either boxing or MMA, which is crazy. Devin Haney, the dude that got leveled by Ryan Garcia.
All right.
But I'm gonna throw it over to Wonderful for some esports.
All right, all right.
All right. Come on, you nerd. Tell us what's going on in video games.
I will. This nerd will be telling you guys everything about esports. So, we are getting more information that Hydra is definitely coming to the LA Thieves for the Ultimate God Squad for LA Thieves. It sounds like Gentle Mates is not able to pull it off. So the French are not going to be able to get their own French player to come play. So we're going to be looking at the new dynasty coming into the next CDL. I mean, you got Scrap, Envoy, Ghosty, and you got Hydra. You got two of the biggest people that can just clear the field, and then you got one person that's amazing at comms, and then you got one person that's amazing at flanking. I mean, this squad is going to be very dangerous, and they're going to be hard to beat. Um, I will have to say, I think they beat Atlanta FaZe every series. I'm gonna call it right
Holy.
now. That's my hot take. They're gonna beat Atlanta FaZe every series. Um, Other news: Ultra is interested in Real from Miami's, but they need to be he needs to be a buyout is needed. So Daly, I don't know if you were here, and Boss, you weren't here. I don't know if you heard it, but it is $25 million to buy out a team in the CDL.
25 million.
$25 million to buy. That's just to put any franchise Call of Duty team to be even compete. It's $25 million. But that's what Gentlemates is doing. They're gonna be buying LEG, which is Los Angeles Guerrillas. They're trying to buy their spot out so they can compete instead because LEG does not want to play. Um, they just suck. I mean, that's all it comes down to. They're terrible. Um, they're just not going to play anymore.
And yet they cost $25 million.
It costs $25 million.
Shit, somebody give me a Wonderful $25 million to go play. I'm down.
All real. I mean, basically, this LA Thieves team, the owner Nadeshot basically is breaking the bank because he knows that if you want to make money, you got to win the tournaments. You got to win where it matters, and he's putting this God Squad together to be able to do that. And he also might be even get awarded like owner of the year. Let's just say that too, because he was able to pull Scrap, knowing that Hydra wants to play with Scrap. So he knew that if you got Scrap, you're getting Hydra. So he just pulled a move out of nowhere. This came out of nowhere. No one even saw this coming. But there's so many leaks getting out that it's just crazy to think this. But we're gonna move on from that. Um, Ultra is also looking for has mentioned that they are looking at getting Bant and Hixie, which are other pretty decent players, but I wouldn't. Ultra is gonna fall off.
I actually have some news on Hixie. I actually just saw it this morning. Hixie's possibly going to the Surge. Hixie is going to the Surge.
Yeah, they make it that move makes sense because I mean Ultra might even look at beginning Sib instead. I mean, I would go after Sib over Hixie in my opinion. But that is a good move for Hixie to go over there. Hixie will probably take over like Hook's spot or who did they have? Illy. I think he's gonna be taking Illy's spot. Falcons Warzone player Shifty has announced that he is a free agent for Black Ops 6. Shifty was one of the winners of the Warzone
I
Esports
know,
World
Shifty.
Cup,
What the hell?
and that team just won the Warzone World Series. Now, my question for you guys in this: do you think someone should give Shifty a chance with no real CDL experience? He's just a Warzone player. So,
I
like,
mean,
it's basically like if you're playing Apex, right? You're hopping over to a completely different mode because Apex is basically all wars. It's basically Call of Duty Warzone, but it's a battle royal game. It's not like knowing the respawns, knowing the comms, knowing where the objectives you need to go. Um,
I mean, you see
it's
me
nothing
play
like
Call
that.
of Duty. I'm not that good at it. But
Uh,
Apex, I'm a man.
It's just
I'm
crazy.
personally, if I'm being honest, a team should give him a chance because the thing is with his movement and especially with those Call of Duty players, they uh they can adapt to CDL. They can adapt to Warzone so quick. So I think a team should give him the chance.
Yeah,
That's
give
for
him a
sure.
chance. Give him a chance, but don't sign him to a long-term contract. Like,
Well, that's the thing because the cap salary is about to start up too.
Mm-hmm.
sign
So
him on a one-year deal. What's the worst thing that's going to happen?
Exactly.
I mean, the worst thing is that you pay. He wants money and he doesn't deliver. But if it does deliver,
He's
then
gonna
you
walk.
got a chance.
Yeah.
But if anything, if a team's gonna give him that chance, even though that they're brokered and broke, I think Boston's gonna get a chance to snag him.
Oh
You-
yeah, Boston can.
Boston, I mean, that's the lowest team that you can go to at this point. That they're the lowest. I mean, I'm sorry to say this, Peter, but they're basically the Chicago Bears. That, that I'm sorry to say it, but they are. You can't tell me that I'm not wrong.
Or wait. Oh wait, no. They're like the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl.
That's not even close.
We're just throwing shots at each other. Are they like the
That's not
Steelers in
even
the last
close
10 years of
because
playoffs?
Boston. I mean,
Alright.
Boston has made it farther.
Or are they like the Orlando Magic last year in the playoffs?
I mean, Boston. They did have a pretty good run at one point, but then they just completely fell off.
You mean a team that wasn't supposed to make the playoffs and took your team to 7 games? That team?
Our team also won that series and went on to the second round.
Barely. You won the last game by 7.
All right, but here's the next one.
You have to check
X-
that.
Oh, Xbox will host Xbox Tokyo. Xbox will host a Xbox Tokyo Game Show event on September 26th at 7 p.m. 3 a.m. Pacific, 6 a.m. Eastern, and 11 a.m. UK. Xbox says there will be updates on Xbox Game Studios, Activision, Blizzard, and I keep forgetting how you say this name. Bethesda titles at the event. Other news. This video has been surfing around, and it's pretty crazy. Videos have been surfing around that Atlanta FaZe Cellium was in a fist fight, although it's not confirmed yet by Cellium that he has not came out and said that it's not him or it's fake. Everyone thinks it's him, but for a person that looks exactly like Cellium that just got in a big fist fight, would you think it's best for you to come out and say that's not me for like you're not for like the team's sake or like your uh fans' sake also like just to be able to support like little kids. I mean, kids look up to this guy. I mean, Cellium's a great player. So, my question was going to be, do you think it's kind of sus that he hasn't came out and said that it's not him that's fighting?
What's sus about it though?
The kid looks exactly like him, and what I'm trying to say is, if if people are saying that this is Celium that's getting in a fist fight with random people,
Oh, I see what you mean now. I see what you mean.
wouldn't you want like the team? You want to come out and say, "Hey, that's not me getting into this fist fight at all." He had a face sweatshirt. He has the same haircut as Celium, and he has the same glasses as Celium.
Whoa, that's crazy.
But
It's his doppelganger.
it's crazy. But when all this is going out, why is Celium not coming out and saying that it's not him? Wouldn't
True.
you want to clear your name and say, "Hey, that's not me"? It's all over Twitter. Like, boss, you probably can find this video on YouTube to show it. He doesn't land a punch, but still.
I definitely could.
So it's actually pretty crazy. Breaking Point GG has made the craziest moments in CDL documentary. Basically, gives you a deeper insight of how the players are feeling, and what it looks like for all like the fans and how the company works together. If you got any of you get a chance to watch it, I recommend it. It's only 40 minutes, but it really shows how all the teams got ready for COD champs and everything. Like, it's actually really crazy to watch. Other news, Optic Gaming has released another episode on The Process, which is basically, if you guys don't know what that is, if you knew what The Real World was, that Real World TV show,
Yep.
it's basically that. That's what The Process is. It shows you the inside of how the Optic team is living, how what they look like when they're traveling, what they do when they're going out to eat as a team, practicing together, the whole thing. It shows everything. Just shows everything. I suggest that to watch that. They talk about how scared they were of coming into this because they came off of that terrible series of not winning anything during when Scump was getting married. They look like absolute trash, and then they come all the way back and win the whole thing at COD Champs. It's a great thing to watch, so I suggest to watch that. Scump was at TwitchCon this weekend, and stopped at a Scuff controller booth and signed one controller for a contest out of random. It was just a completely random
What?
thing. Scuff did not tell him to do that. He just came in and was like, "Give me one of those controllers," and he signed it. And he held a contest to give it out. So shout out to Scump for that.
That's crazy.
Um, During TwitchCon also, a train stopped in the only pathway to the event, blocking thousands of people for over an hour. People started crying because they were missing some of the opportunities to meet their favorite content creators or heroes. Um, these people. I mean, TwitchCon is not. TwitchCon is expensive to go to. You're paying quite a bit of money. A lot of people travel for TwitchCon, so I feel bad for these people. My question is to you guys: how would you feel if this was you were at this TwitchCon? Say it was a football game that you really wanted to go to, or a concert you really wanted to go to, and you missed almost all the good stuff that was happening because there was a train stopped in your only pathway and you couldn't get around.
Um,
What do you think that they should do
refund.
for those people?
I'd turn into
Refund.
Superman. I'd turn into Superman and throw that train off the tracks. That's what I would do.
Oh my.
I want a refund, hands
same.
down.
Yeah, there hasn't been any questions if there hasn't been an answer if they're even getting refunded yet. There hasn't been anything. I mean, there were
What?
thousands of people stuck behind this train, and a lot of people wanted to see Scump. They couldn't do it. Scump left, and a lot of kids were even heartbroken because they wanted to get autographs, pictures, and they couldn't because that train was in the way.
Well,
I-
my main question is why wasn't law enforcement there to help with traffic?
Exactly. That's the thing. Like places like this needs to do better. I mean, I feel really bad for this unfortunate issue that happened. I don't remember where TwitchCon was this year, but a lot of people are saying it was the worst event that they held because of this train issue.
And guys, just an update. James Cook has scored a touchdown. Bills are up 6-0.
Thank you. I was gonna say the only way that we're gonna win this game is if James Cook goes off.
And thank you, James Cook, because you're about to make me
Um,
win my fantasy league this week. And
all right.
bye-bye, wonderful.
This is the last bit of my segment. All hail. This is the Rice Owls news. All hail the Wizards, second Steeler kicker and 67th player in the NFL history to top 1,000 career points. Congrats to Chris Boswell.
The Wizard of Boz, baby. Wizard of Boz.
Mhm. Um,
Better than any Tampa kicker.
Oh!
Rice and Army West Point met for the first time since 2019 and the 10th time overall. Rice moves to 4-5-1 against the Black Knights. This was the first ever meeting as a conference opponents. Connors ran 9 times for 51 yards. He also caught 8 passes for 31 yards with 8 receptions. Connors passed Lorenzo Cyphers 1985 through 88 for the 5th most receptions by running back in school history with 77, and Connors' 81 all-purpose yards put him over 1,800 for his career. Running back Christian Francisco caught 3 passes for 24 yards and a touchdown. He caught a 5-yard touchdown with 4 minutes and 34 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. It was his first career touchdown reception. Our starting tight end Bowden Growen's 21-yard reception in the second quarter was a season long. Quentin Jackson completed his first career pass, 21-yard completion to Bowden Growen. Matt Sykes tied a career high with 6 receptions for a career high of 82 yards and a touchdown. He caught a 16-yard touchdown with 5 minutes and 55 to play in the third quarter. It was his second touchdown reception of the year.
Just an update on the Bills game. Touchdown is good. Field goal is no good.
Of
Extra
course,
point was no good.
Tyler Bass, you're fired. EJ Warner. Warner was 28 of 43 for a season high of 235 yards and 2 touchdowns. He now has 5 passing touchdowns this year and 46 in his career. Defense, Andrew All set a season high with five tackles. Floyd set a season high with 6 tackles. Hook set a career high with 7 tackles. Charlie Luz sets a season high with 9 tackles. It is the second most tackles in his career. Ty Morris set a career high with 7 tackles. Myron Morrison with 3 tackles. Morrison went over 200 for his career. And Blaze Tita set a career high with 9 tackles. But we still get demolished. Like, I was very upset about that game. And the last little bit I have is UTSA, Memphis, Tulane, USF. They are all committed to stay in the AAC.
That's good.
Yep.
All right, Dally, what you got for us?
All right, so there was it's a pretty big weekend. It was a pretty big weekend for the Guardians. They ended up winning. They ended up getting a playoff spot on Thursday, I believe. After a win against the Twins. And then we ended up playing the Cardinals this weekend. First game we beat them 5-1. Jose Ramirez went 3 for 4 for a solo home run. Lane Thomas went 1 for 4 with a solo home run. Andres Jimenez went 1 for 4 with a solo home run, and Daniel Schneeman went 1 for 3 with an RBI. And then Saturday, Guardians ended up losing a really good game. They lost 6-5. Jose Ramirez went 2 for 4 with a 3-run homer. David Fry went 1 for 2 with a run, scoring a run. Andres Jimenez went 3 for 4 with an RBI. And then and Bo Naylor went 1 for 4 with a solo home run. And Matthew Boyd had 6 strikeouts in 5 innings. And then Sunday we ended up losing again 2-1. Not really much that game. We ended up, even though we lost Saturday, the Royals lost. because Kansas City Royals suck. We ended up winning the division thanks to the San Francisco Giants for beating the Kansas City Royals 9-0. So they put us.
Yeah.
So the Giants really helped us, made sure we had that division, and we are AL Central champions. So that is
Oh, his phone died.
yeah. Yeah. So that's really big for the Guardians. This is their second time in 2 years winning the division. So that's that's really good for the Guardians. Definitely after this name changing and all that. I still consider them the Cleveland Indians because that's
Like Dally, like I will never call them the Guardians. I will always call them the Cleveland Indians to the day.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
I always consider them the Indians.
It's history. I mean, you should
Right.
not be. You don't need. You should not be getting rid of history like that.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the name change.
the Guardians. Like
I they named okay. So if you guys want to know why we named them the Guardians, we named
What?
them because of a bridge
yeah, it's the
downtown
bridge.
with statues.
Mm-hmm.
Because of a bridge with statues, we named them the Guardians.
Yep.
I just thought it's because they got walked on all the time.
Like that, like no. No, but honestly, the Guardians have played really well this season. They had some up and down games. I mean, there's a pitcher that I'm gonna question in the playoffs because the game I went to, he let up 6 runs in 1 inning. Luckily, we were playing the Pirates, so their pitchers are horrible except for Paul Skeens. And we ended up winning that game, obviously. But thankfully we won that game. But at the end of the day, I'm really gonna question this pitcher come playoffs. I gotta remember his name. It's a good thing I don't. Oh, Ben Lively, that's his name. He used to play for Cincinnati. He played for the Reds. Horrible. He's horrible. I have no idea why we signed him because his ERA is the worst on our team, I'm pretty sure, which is not good. Then on to some Steelers news.
Already brought that up.
Steelers beat the Chargers 20-10. And Justin Fields went 25 for 32 with 245 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Interception was he. So this is how the interception came about. He threw it to Cordell Patterson, I believe, and it was tipped. So it was a tipped INT.
You're back.
That was a bad read. In my opinion, that was a bad read by Justin Fields. That was his only bad read in the past 3 games he's played. But other than that, he had a really solid game yesterday. His confidence boost just rose immediately after scoring the first touchdown for Pittsburgh yesterday. Hopefully that could carry on to when we start getting into the second half of the season, when we play all divisional teams twice in literally a matter of 8 weeks.
Ooh.
So hopefully something comes to mind for Justin Fields and he starts going crazy. And we if he could play good and Arthur Smith can do decent play calling come those times, I really think we have a big chance to win this division. I really do. I know it's a crazy take, I know, but I really think we have a big chance of winning this division because you look at the Browns. The Browns are the Browns. Um, the Ravens, yes, they beat Dallas. Kudos to them. The only thing with the Ravens is they seem to, like yesterday, they were up what was it, 24-6 at half? Was it?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they blew that lead come the fourth quarter. Now, if you do that to the Steelers and you're up by that much, we're going to take advantage of that and win the game. That's what Pittsburgh's known for when it comes to those type of games. We come back and we win by a point or 3 points. That's what Pittsburgh's known for. You saw it in a few games. You saw it in the past 3 years with the Steelers. We would be down and come back and win that game, except for that playoff game against the Browns. But we're not going to talk about that one.
Damn.
Najee Harris had 18 carries for 70 yards. He's been doing really, really well running the ball. Finally, he's not. It's the beginning of this season compared to the beginning of last season. He looks a lot better because last season he was shaky. He was shaky at the beginning, and then picked up near the end. He has. If he could keep playing like this, run the ball down their throats, I really think he's going to have a new contract with us coming soon. Calvin Austin went crazy. He had 4 receptions, 95 yards, and a touchdown. And Steelers had 5 sacks that game from 4 players. Cam Hayward had 1. Landon Roberts had 1. Nick Herbig had 2. And TJ Watt had 1. And can I say this? Could I say that the Steelers have a 3-headed monster now at pass rusher? Can I say that? Because Nick Herbig, he was hurt by the middle of the season last year, and he came into this season, and he already has a 2-sack game early in the season.
Yeah.
He could be really dangerous if even if Highsmith gets hurt. I still think or TJ Watt, knock on wood. But if one of them were to get hurt, Nick Herbig has that potential to take over a game the way I saw him play yesterday. He has that potential to take over a game.
It's early, though. We're only in week 4.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
moving into
Oh,
week
yeah.
4. Week
Yeah.
3 is about to end tonight, so we'll see.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean, I understand it's early in the season. Pittsburgh hasn't got their offense going until yesterday when we finally had 300 yards total offense, 300 plus yards total offense, which is huge knowing that the past 3 seasons we could barely hit 300 yards total offense. We're usually used to being under 250. We were lucky to get over 250 some games. But if we could continue this, I could see us scoring 30 points this year and by soon. Not to mention we have Roman Wilson out, and Roman Wilson could really spread the field for us if he comes back the way I want him to come back. But who knows? He's still hurt. I mean, he could have played last week. He was cleared to play. Mike Tomlin decided not to play him, decided to hold out on him until we play the Colts on Sunday. And that's going to be a big game as well. I think the Colts might be our real first test, in my opinion. Not saying that I'm trying to make this not sound casual.
Did you
but
just say the Colts?
yeah, the Colts are more of a test than the Chargers and the
Colts, listen, I understand we lost, but they just lost basically their rest of their key defensive players. You guys are gonna smash them. It's not even gonna be funny. Richardson is absolutely terrible. He is, bro.
Yeah,
his
but
percentage for passing is barely at 50.
the only thing I'm worried about is he's gonna end up having a game against us because every time we,
I'm saying that.
I
Right.
I understand we have one of the best defenses right now, but
So
whenever we play the Colts, like if you look at last year, we got dog walked by the Colts last year. I'm just like I'm not saying we're gonna get dog walked or we're gonna lose. I have a feeling we might win, but it's just I don't I the only problem with it is I don't know if um our OC can be consistent. If he could be consistent and we have 300 plus yards total offense, hell yeah, we're gonna destroy the Colts. But if we end up going back down that hill where we're only kicking field goals, only having a one touchdown game, there's no way we're beating the Colts. No way. Our defense, you can't rely on a defense the whole season. You can't because that's when your star
actually, you
player.
can. You can rely on a defense all year. Defense wins championships. Some of the best defenses can carry you through an entire season. We've seen that multiple times with other teams.
Oh,
So,
I know, but if
but you have to be able to score sometimes on offense, and we're seeing
yeah,
that growing with the Steelers. So
yeah.
we'll see. We'll
But
see.
my only problem with having our defense carry us, if you guys don't remember last year, we lost TJ Watt a couple of games. We lost him in that playoff game. We lost Minka because if I remember correctly, I think he broke his wrist last year. We lost Cam Hayward was out of the picture for
So it's not a question of can the defense carry you, it's a question of can they stay healthy. That's the question.
yeah, that's my question. Is if we could stay healthy, hell yeah, I'd rely on my defense for some games. Like the game against the Chiefs, I honestly only see us scoring one touchdown in that game.
Well, defense got to score touchdowns to win ball games. What else you got for us?
Yeah, sorry. So I'm gonna go on to Ohio State right now. We beat Marshall 49-14. Where Will Howard went 16 for 20, 275 yards, 2 touchdowns, and interception. Keyshawn Judkins went 14 carries, 173 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Trayvon Henderson had 6 carries, 76 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Mike Egbuka is finally waking up. 5 receptions for 117 yards and a touchdown. And then Jeremiah Smith had 3 receptions, 70 yards, and a touchdown. Now, can we talk about Keyshawn Judkins real quick? That guy is a beast. He is.
And guys, just an announcement: Bill scored again.
He is a beast. And let me just say that's probably one of our best. I'm not saying it's our best, but that's one of our best transfers we got was Keyshawn Judkins. Because this dude, I understand we're not playing that good teams or anything, but just watching him play shows that our running back room is nothing to play with. If they could play like this against good teams, like when we play Oregon, if we end up playing Georgia, Alabama in the playoffs, he might have a possibility to take over those games. Like it's gonna be whole 2014 Zeke against Alabama again.
All right. Hey,
that's it
shout out
for
to Ohio State. They got a lot going on. So thank you, Dally. We appreciate it. What else we got going on for tonight on the docket, Peter?
Last thing is basically a draft that we actually blew off for a lot.
Let's get into it. And then we had what was that crazy question that Dally asked or Wonderful asked us?
Oh, it was if you could pick any athlete, any athlete to have basically a restart that like got hurt, that like for example, like Derrick Rose, if he never had that knee injury, do you think he would have been
Okay.
an
All right.
MVP?
All right, let's do that. Let's give me one player you guys think from any sport, and then give me a short explanation why you think it would have changed his career. We'll start with you, wonderful, since it's your question. Who you got?
I'm just gonna go off with Derrick Rose with that knee injury for Chicago Bulls. I mean, once that knee injury happened to him, I mean, before that knee injury, he was electrifying. He was fun to watch. He was scoring all the time.
Youngest
He looked
MVP.
unbeatable. He
Youngest
was looking
MVP.
unbeatable. As soon as he went down with that knee injury, it basically cursed him for the rest of his career.
Yep, he was the only player in the Eastern Conference that was giving the Heat the problems. So
Yep.
Exactly, because that's when we had like that really good team back in the day. And...
oh, the mighty Bulls have fallen. That's crazy.
I mean, my other one was gonna be Todd Gurley for football because of his bad knees.
Ooh, Todd Gurley would be a good one.
Okay, all right, Dally, we'll go to you next.
I'm gonna go with Ryan Shazier.
Stop it, Jesus Christ!
No.
What?
You gotta give him a spine. I'm sorry.
What's wrong with me picking Ryan Shazier?
Oh my!
I'm not mad at you picking Ryan Shazier. I just knew it was going to be a Steelers player one, and then Wonderful's comment was wicked. That was wicked.
Well, here's my reasoning. If that never happened to him, he could have been one of the best middle linebackers at that time, in my opinion. Because if you look at before the injury, he was all over the field. He was getting picks left and right. He was a sideline to sideline player, and that's what we needed at linebacker. And unfortunately, when we lost him, it kind of hurt us. It hurt us big time at linebacker.
So the only thing he lacked was what most Steelers defensive players have was a strong backbone. Gotcha.
Ugh.
Need to get a
And
spine,
wonderful. This is wicked. All right, Peter. Who you got, Pete?
For me, you know what? I gotta take Sterling Sharp.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Sterling Sharp, he would have possibly had a way better career. And personally, I think those numbers that he had would have doubled, would have at least doubled. So
Okay. Shout out to Rocky for bringing us breaking news. Also part of the Wake Up Sports Podcast. Bills are up 13-0.
Also, I just read this from Rocky. Derwin James is suspended 1 game
for that dirty hit against the Steelers.
Mm-hmm. He's suspended 1 game.
Good.
Who was the dirty hit on?
And breaking news.
Make me think.
Charlie Blackmon just retired from the MLB.
Ooh.
Charlie
What?
Blackmon, 14-year career, and 4-time All-Star.
Wow, that's unexpected.
What?
Charlie Blackmon.
Bro.
Yep.
You're here first. All right, let me go into my pick. I would take. I wouldn't say injury. I would say unfortunate events that led up into his life, but I would take Sean Taylor. I think Sean Taylor, if he had never been unalived, I think Sean Taylor would have been the greatest safety of all time.
I do want to shout out to his little brother.
Oh
Of course, shout out to a Rice player. Gotcha.
Yep, Gabe Taylor. Gabe Taylor. He already said that he wants to. He
needs to go to Miami. He needs to transfer to Miami.
I honestly, I want him to stay. He is a senior, so
you got 5 years eligibility
over anyone. If any team is going to draft him, it needs to be the Commanders.
Then might as well just leave the Buffalo Bills, become a Commander fan. They'd have Luke McCaffrey and Taylor. Might as well.
Luke McCaffrey went to the wrong team. That's what happened.
Let's get into this draft, and then we can wrap up the show. Then we'll give our hot takes, and we'll get out of here. Because I know Wonderful's biting at the bit to get out of here to watch that Bills game.
All right, the draft is the worst.
Yeah, definitely, Rocky. Put it down in the comments.
worst of quarterbacks that have played less than 3 years in the NFL as a starter.
All right.
And Boss, you have the first pick. Wonderfully, you have second. Dally is third, and I have fourth.
Taking EJ Manuel number 1 overall for the Buffalo Bills.
Mother trucker, he was my pick.
Dally?
Dally?
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
All
no,
right.
sorry. No. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful,
Oh,
Dally.
wonderful. Okay.
Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor has played for more than 3.
That's it. No, that's a good basis. He's got it right. He's got it right.
Okay.
Because EJ Manuel played 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Tyrod Taylor. All right. Dally?
I'm gonna go with Kenny Pickett.
Good one.
Damn.
Good.
Rocky says Yao Ming. If Yao Ming never got injured, he probably had a better career.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot
Good one.
about him.
That's a good one.
I forgot
like
about
that.
him.
All right, Pete, what about you?
Give me Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. Next pick.
And you know what? Give me Sid Luckman.
Oh, you bastard. All right.
Give me Sid Luckman.
All right, Dallas, back to you.
Give me Brandon Whedon.
Ooh.
Mother trucker.
All right. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Give me RG3.
Ooh.
Honestly, he was gonna be if we were doing honorable mentions, he was also on my pick that if he never
Yes.
got injured.
Cool. If he never got injured, he would probably still be the starting quarterback of the Redskins.
So my second pick, I'm going to take Timothy Tebow.
Wait, what?
I think if Tim had more time to learn and
I
be
get it.
behind Peyton
Yep.
and not getting traded and all that stuff, I think Tim would have been a decent
And then he
quarterback.
became a tight end for like 2 weeks.
Fullback actually.
Oh, I thought it was a tight end.
Boss, you get back to back.
Let's see. Third pick. I'm going to go Alex Smith.
But he played for more than 3.
Yeah, but he got injured, changed his whole career.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're doing those types. Okay. Oh, I got a good one. For our next one.
I thought we were.
Wonderful.
I was going off of bad quarterbacks. I don't think he was bad until he got to Washington.
Exactly. It was bad.
But yeah, I got you now.
Wonderful.
Well, you just took my. Well, I wasn't gonna take him, but I am actually gonna go with Matt Ryan.
Huh?
Matt
Matt
Ryan
Ryan.
with the Colts.
But he never. But
He
like,
made the playoffs with the Colts.
Yeah. And he made the playoffs with the Falcons.
He didn't have that good of a year though.
But we're
They made the
talking
playoffs.
about like basically they're like a quarterback.
Okay. My bad.
If you say Bernie
Dan
Sanders,
Orlovsky.
there you go. Dan Orlovsky, I like it. All right. Dally.
I'm gonna go with Deshaun Kaiser.
Oh!
Mother trucker, use my next pick.
All right, Pete.
I'm trying to think. Is Jason Campbell one?
That's
Nope.
a good one.
Answer.
That's a good one.
Jason Campbell.
That's a good one.
Okay. And
Oh.
then my fourth. What's his name? He was the starting quarterback in between. He was literally in between Kaiser and Whedon.
Hoyer?
No, not. What was it, Hoyer?
Brady Quinn?
Ooh, Brady Quinn's a good one.
Brady Quinn.
Okay. All right.
Brady
Dally?
Quinn. Dally?
I'm gonna go with Colt McCoy.
Ooh.
That's who it was. Colt McCoy. She also played for the Browns too.
Well, you got Brady
I
Quinn. You
couldn't-
got Colt McCoy. Wonderful. What about you?
I just had it and then I lost it.
I hate that.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
I know who my next one is.
Give
No,
me
I
a
gotta go.
second. Oh. Shout out to the Bucks. Josh Freeman.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. All right, so with my fourth and fifth, shout out to the Vikings. I see Rocky down there. I'm gonna take Christian Ponder.
I was gonna take him too.
Motherfucker!
I was
And
thinking about
then-
Christian Ponder.
Let's see. Um, let's go Tennessee Titans. Vince Young.
Oh my gosh, I have my two. Wait, no,
Wonderful.
I have one.
Oh, I thought it was Daly.
Yeah, it's wonderful Daly than me. And guys, just to let you know, this is going to be the order from now on for every draft we do. It's just remember, Boss is first, wonderful second, Daly's third, I'm fourth.
Derek Anderson.
Ooh, another Browns quarterback and Carolina. I like it. Dally?
Oh, this one.
I'm gonna go with another one. I said his name already, but I'm going with Brian Hoyer.
Got a couple.
Dally,
Got a couple Super Bowl rings though.
I'm sorry
He
for
does.
this. I'm sorry for this, but he was a great college quarterback, but he was a terrible NFL quarterback. Troy Smith.
I thought you were gonna go Money Man.
Also, my honorable mention.
He's gonna say Cordell Stewart.
Also,
That's me.
my honorable mention goes to Christian Hackenberg, Penn
Yep.
State.
Dally, you got an
Yeah.
honorable mention?
Shit. Too many to name. I'm my honorable mention. I was gonna say Davis Mills.
That's not a bad one. That's a good one.
Yeah, but he's still playing.
We've named multiple people are still playing. What about
True.
you, Wonderful?
Colin Kaepernick.
Oh,
He was shit.
I've got the greatest one of all time. Seattle Seahawk Matt Flynn.
All that money that they paid him
Bro,
off that
complete
one
failure.
year.
Complete failure.
Did
All right,
they
let's
really?
get into hot take. What's that?
I wonder. Did he go from the Packers to Seattle,
Yes.
or was he? Okay.
No, Packers, Seattle, and then
I
They
wonder
paid
if
him
they
like
only.
They paid him like $100 million.
I wonder
and
if
they
they only
drafted-
got him because of that 6 touchdown game that he had.
Yep. And then they drafted Russell Wilson, and he ended up
like
not-
that year.
Yep. All right,
And
so let's
then-
go into hot takes. Start with Wonderful with hot takes, and then we'll go Dally, Peter, then me.
Okay.
Hot take.
Should have said Matt Castle. That was a good one.
I thought about that one. Hot take. Do the Cowboys play the Ravens again this
No.
season?
No,
No.
just
Not unless it's his Super Bowl.
I'm still gonna take my hot take. Brandon Aubrey breaks Justin Tucker's record.
I like it.
I
like
wanted
it.
him to do it that game, and he was
He
close.
got close. He got close.
by 1 yard.
Yep. Dally?
So this is a long one. The Steelers end up going 4-2 in the division, making the playoffs, and Justin Fields ends up winning comeback player of the year.
Ooh.
Breaking news.
Oh, and we either beat the Chiefs and the Eagles. Or the Eagles.
All pro center for the Lions is expected to miss time, but injury is not expecting season-ending injury. He tore his pec. Frank Ragnow.
That
Ooh.
sucks.
That does. That's a big part of that line.
Listen. He's not done for the year, but he's gonna miss some time.
Yeah, but a pectoral tear for an offensive lineman is crucial.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That he's going what? How long
Dude.
is they saying he's out? 6 to 8 weeks?
They haven't said anything yet. It just says, should miss some time.
Okay.
That's what TJ Watt had 2 years ago, and he missed like 6 weeks.
We just lost Peter. I don't know what happened.
It was that big breaking news. The
But
camera
yeah,
couldn't handle it.
also, if you guys didn't hear the end, I even though I have us going 4-2 in the division, I still have us beating either the Eagles or the Chiefs. One of the two. More than likely, it'll probably be the Eagles, but still.
All right. Let's go. My hot take. Let's say a lot of good games coming up. I'm gonna go baseball. I'm gonna say the Yankees win the World Series.
The Tigers are going to win the World Series.
I'm taking the Yankees to win the World Series this year. Juan Soto, all those guys out there, Carlos Stanton, man, I like them. But yeah, I like them.
All right. My hot take is my hot take is hopefully by week 11 the Bears go 5-3.
Possible. They got an easy schedule. So.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody coming in to watch the show. Anybody else got something to say before we end it?
Nope.
Chick-fil-A is overrated.
All right, you're canceled. You're canceled.
Back up on boss. Guardians beat the Yankees
Take a lap.
in a 7-game series.
Take a lap.
We're back to normal.
All right. Thanks, guys, for coming in and watching the show. Shout out to all of our sponsors, W Energy, SeatGeek, Jerky Pro, Underdog Fantasy. We appreciate every single one of y'all that helps us bring this show to you guys every week. Check us out on Friday night, 7 o'clock Eastern time. Same great show. Also, we have 2 new shows that are launching and 2 other shows that are coming up. So check out Wake Up College tomorrow night live, 7 p.m. You can go subscribe to their channel on YouTube. It's going to be featuring RDT from TikTok, Truth Takes from TikTok, and Detroit's Finest from TikTok. Definitely go check that out if you're into college football. Then you can watch the Wake Up NFL featuring myself, Steelo the Rapper, and Get That Bag, the Ravens fan from TikTok. That's live every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time on their YouTube channel, Wake Up NFL. And then we got a couple of other shows going to pop up featuring this guy right here, Mr. Wonderful, Wake Up Gaming, which is going to focus on all esports stuff, Call of Duty, all that stuff. He's going to have his own people on the show. Very excited, looking forward to that. And then we got Wake Up NBA coming featuring Dally, where you guys can go check out all the NBA news, all that stuff. He's going to have his own people on that show, so definitely go get ready for that very soon. Starting in, what'd you say, October? You want to start it?
Either the first or second week of October. So if anybody got that good NBA knowledge, anybody who likes talking NBA, just shoot me a text, DM TikTok, DM anything. If you have me on Snapchat, shoot me a text and I can get you in. And other than that, yeah, we're gonna be talking a lot of basketball. Have some fun, maybe do some
breaking news. Jamar Chase just scored a 41-yard touchdown. Jamar Chase.
Mid.
Wow.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, we might. One thing for Wake Up, I'm gonna be hosting an NBA draft, fantasy draft.
I get so confused with that one.
And the winner will get a $25 gift card to wherever they want.
Okay.
And the bottom of the poll has to have dinner with Wonderful.
Yeah, no.
I'm just definitely go check that out, guys. There's a Wake Up show every night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Definitely can check it out. We're growing. We're excited. And hey, Skull said that's mine. So you got it.
And what? On Wonderful, GG's in fantasy. Beat
I know.
all 3 of you. Beat all 3 of you.
Rocky's hot take says Sam Darnold will be in the MVP conversation if he keeps playing good. That's his hot take.
It's right there. All they gotta do is just keep on playing for it.
That's not a bad take. I
I
mean,
know.
we had one guy that was on the show that said Baker Mayfield might win MVP. Baker didn't look like an MVP player last week. But you never know. It can happen when it's early in the season. So
Hey, it's
thanks,
okay.
guys, for coming in. What?
Okay, not everybody could beat the Broncos.
Not everybody can win in the playoffs.